About 1 year ago, I released this video. What's going on, everybody? Nick Costa here, and in this video, I am going to be bringing a Ludwig Black Beauty back to life, which showcased how I took a Black Beauty that was donated to one of my schools and brought it back to life, making it reliable and playable for my students. And with the last few Snare Saturday videos featuring the brand new Black Beauty that John Spagnolo, aka Spags, purchased for himself, it got me thinking a little bit. Does a modern day Black Beauty sound the same or better than vintage Black Beauties? Well, let's go ahead and find out together in this Snare Saturday video, where I will play both Black Beauties back to back through a few different tunings to see if there really is a sound difference, and for you to hear which one best fits your needs. For those of you who are unfamiliar or new to the channel, hi, welcome. My name is Nick Costa, and I am a drummer from Philly, PA. Now, before we dive into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell icon. That way you're notified of any additional content that I upload to the channel. So let's go ahead and dive into the specs of each Black Beauty in this video. Starting out with Spags Black Beauty. This is a modern day Black Beauty from Ludwig Drums and is a 6.5 by 14 1.2 millimeter seamless black nickel over brass shell. Now, this particular Black Beauty is model LB417BT and is a little bit different than your traditional Black Beauty because it is outfitted with 10 double-sided tube lugs and die-cast hoops. What also makes it a bit interesting, all of the hardware is brass plated. This drum is equipped with a Ludwig P88 AC throw-off and P35P butt plate. And for this video, the drum is outfitted with the stock heads from the Ludwig factory, which are Ludwig branded Remo heads. And it's safe to say that it's an ambassador coated on the top and an ambassador snare side on the bottom. Finally, this drum is outfitted with the stock wires from the Ludwig factory. Now let's go ahead and talk about the specs of the vintage Black Beauty. This is another 6.5 by 14 seamless black nickel over brass shell, or potentially bronze. This does have a B stamp right above the throw off on the outside of the shell. And from what I've read, I've heard that that B stands for brass, but others say it could stand for bronze. So if you know for sure, please leave it in the comment section below, because the last thing I want to do is misinform everybody. Now, this drum is equipped with 10 double-sided imperial lugs like vintage and modern day traditional Black Beauty snares. This drum was originally equipped with the triple flange hoops from this era, and looking at that keystone badge, it's safe to say that this drum is probably from the late 80s, possibly early 90s. But since the modern day Black Beauty does have die-cast hoops, I put a set of modern day Ludwig die-cast hoops on this drum to try and help level out the playing field a bit. Now, I did swap out the throw-off on this drum with a Ludwig P88 AC throw-off because once again, I wanted to make sure this drum was durable and would hold up in a classroom environment for all of my students. It does, however, have the same butt plate that came with the drum. Finally, this drum is outfitted with Remo heads, an ambassador coated on the top, and an ambassador snare side on the bottom. And last but not least, the drum is outfitted with the stock snare wires that came with the drum from the Ludwig factory. The only other thing to really point out that will make a drastic difference is that the vintage Black Beauty does have an internal puck dampener. And for this video, I will have it disengaged for the entire video. Water. It's an essential for everybody. But did you know that 1 in 10 people still lack access to clean water? I've partnered up with Mr. Beast and Mark Rober to help out with their teamwater campaign. And the mission is to raise $40 million in order to reach 2 million people and give them clean water that will flow for decades. And this campaign is only for the month of August, so we have 31 days to raise the $40 million. By simply donating $1, you are giving one person a supply of clean water for an entire year. And 100% of the money that we raise together will support the charity partners led by WaterAid to bring clean water to communities around the world for decades. And as you can see, I've joined Team Water, and it's time for you to do the same. So head over to teamwater.org, sign up to become a member of the team, and help us raise money in order to give clean water to those who need it the most. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, for this video, I will play both drums through a few different tunings and transition from one drum to the next within each tuning, That way you can hear the differences between the two. I will start out in a low tuning and work my way up to a higher tuning. So enough of me talking, let's dive in. Now that you were able to hear Spag's modern day Black Beauty compared to the vintage Black Beauty that was donated to one of my schools, which one was your favorite? I'd love to know, so let me know in the comment section below, and which tuning you liked the most. Now, one thing that really stood out to me is that although I had that internal puck dampener disengaged on the vintage Black Beauty, it sounded a whole lot more controlled than the modern day one. So there is a possibility that that internal puck dampener was still making some contact with the top drum head. Even having that puck dampener disengaged to the point that it was starting to rattle inside the drum, I was still getting that same controlled sound. And I don't really think putting modern day die-cast hoops on the drum really controlled the sound that much. Now, if this video showed you that the modern day Black Beauty fits your needs, I've put an affiliate link in the description below so you can grab the exact same drum for yourself. And if you have any other additional questions for either drum in the video, the gear that I am playing, or anything else, feel free to leave that in the comment section as well, and I will try my best to answer them. If you would like to check out the earlier Snare Saturday videos where I feature each drum individually through a few tunings to see how versatile they are, I've put links to those videos in the description below. If you would like to see what this Snare Saturday series is all about, I've put a link to the playlist in the description below. I'll also have it come up right here to make it a bit easier for you. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. That not only makes it easier for others to find it, it is a free and easy way to support the channel. And that is it. Thank you so much for checking out this video on vintage versus modern Black Beauty. And until next time, see you later.